Mr. Sadiq, our client today.
Can you use the name, Mr. Sadiq?
Fine.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. Okay. Thank you, Ace. You can go now. Okay, Mr. Sadiq, welcome to LINACO. My name is Anissa Hisham. I'll be your lawyer for today, along with Ms. Huda. She is also one of the partner in our firm. Okay. We've spoken on the phone before, and on the phone, I've asked you to bring along relevant documents with you. Did you bring any?
Yeah, I did bring all the document elements.
Thank you, Mr. Sadiq. Yes, ma'am. Okay, Mr. Sadiq, I would like to ask, what brings you here? What is your situation now?
I am here to seeking for your advice as recently I involved with the incident with my son before, so I'm here to seek for advice.
I see. First thing first, before we start, I would like to explain to you the procedure. Here I have with me is a retainer agreement. The retainer agreement is an agreement to acknowledge the employment of us, LINACO, by Mr. Sadiq, which is the client, and at the back is the client must understand and expressly agrees that advocate and the solicitor may withdraw from the presentation of the client at any time. This agreement is not to scare you, but it is to inform you that if either of the party fail to comply, the other party may withdraw from the agreement. This retainer agreement is legally binding contract. It binds between the advocate and solicitor and the client. Do you have anything that you would like to add or worry concern you may ask?
I think I agree with all of them here.
Okay, I would like for you to sign at the back of this retainer agreement. Okay. Now, I would like to ask you regarding the accident. Can you tell us so that we can tally with the document that you gave?
So actually on that day, as usual, I start my day with preparing breakfast for my son Said. If you're wondering why I'm doing all of this, it is because my wife died a few years ago due to breast cancer. So I am the responsible person to take care of my son. So on that day, before I go to work, I need to send my son to school. So on my way to go to school, before I can enter into the school area, I've been hit by a car coming from behind. So the impact between the car and the motorcycle has thrown me at the divider. So because of that, I lost conscious and I ended up working at the hospital. So the doctor that responsible for taking care of me told me that my son Said is dying due to the brain damage.
I'm so sorry for your loss. Do you think that's all the details? Do you have anything that you believe left out?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that on that day, I can tell you that the car that hit me is over the speed limit. As you know, the speed limit in the school area is only 35 km/h. But the car is driving, I can tell that he is driving more faster than that. I can see by my side mirror before he hit me, and also I can hear the sound. Yeah.
So based on this police report, I can only see one helmet attached in this picture. Can I know why? Is there any details that show the back of helmets?
Yeah. I forgot to tell you that on that day actually my one did not wear any helmet. I already told him that to wear a helmet, but he refused to wear a helmet as he did not want to ruin his hair. On that day he need to attend a sport work, and because of the accident he can no longer attend the sport work. Can I take legal action on behalf of my son?
Yes, in some cases, parents can take legal action on behalf of their deceased children. However, we will discuss further about this matter later. For now, we'd like to focus on your personal part. So, based on your IC, your full name is Sadiq Sagaraga. You're 56 years old and you live in Chandler. Is all the details mentioned here is correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said that you worked before. Can I know what kind of work you do?
Before this, I working as an engineer at a company called Caunseling. So the kind of profession require me to visit site to see the progress of the construction.
So how much do you earn in a month?
I earn around 10,000 per month.
So do you still work now after the accident?
No, because of the accident, I has a leg fracture, so it has limit my movement. So I can no longer visit site.
Okay, since you are not working and you have no income, before do you rely on now?
As I told you before, my wife already dead. So all my relatives hate me, so there are no one I can rely on. So right now I'm relying on this one.
Okay, so it's only for 3 months and the accident happened on 5th of September, which means it ends about this month.
Yeah.
And can I know the retirement age for your job?
The retirement age for my job is 65 years old.
Is there anything you want to add?
What can I get if I take the tuition?
We cannot tell you straight. I would like to discuss with Ms. Suda before we can advise you further. So for now, I would like for you to wait at the lobby for a while.
Please follow me, Mr. Sadiq.
Okay, Ms. Suda, what do you think of the case? So, based on Mr. Sadiq's situation, I think there would be 3 issues. Well, the first issue is whether Mr. Sadiq can take legal action on behalf of the deceased son, while the second and the third issues is in regards to the damages, which is the general damages as well as the special damages.
Okay. For the first issue, I can say that we can refer to section 7. It is regarding the compensation to the family, and in the case of Zulkifli Ayub against Vilasini K. Madavan, the court held that the dependents for the purpose of section 7 is our wife, husband, parent and child of the deceased. Next, Mr. Sadiq can also claim for bereavement, where the bereavement can only be given to the benefit either for the benefit of the spouse of the deceased or parents if the deceased was a minor and never married. What do you think,
So,
Ms. Suda?
since Mr. Sadiq is a parent, so he is one of the dependents, and there's one case which is who is sent against Ulfi Young, where the court held that since the deceased was a minor and he was never married, the court award the damages. However, since there's negligence on the part of the plaintiff, the court did not award full damages.
I see.
So we can relate with Mr. Sadiq's situation since his son didn't wear the helmet, so I think he cannot claim for the full damages.
That is one good case. I see.
And what about the funeral expenses?
Funeral expenses, according to section 7.3.2, Mr. Sadiq can claim for funeral expenses provided that he can prove that he paid for the services, or he can prove that he promised to repay those who paid for the services. Bottom ground is that Mr. Sadiq must give evidence that he promised to pay.
So we need to ask for the receipts and for evidence.
Yes.
Okay. So moving on to the second issues is with regards to general damages. So I think Mr. Sadiq can claim for both pecuniary loss and non-pecuniary loss. Since for pecuniary loss, based on section 28A, he can claim for loss of future earnings. Since in this section, it stated that the person must be age of 55 years and above. Since Mr. Sadiq is 56 years old, so I don't think there is any problem.
Okay, I see. Can we use the case Stepley?
Stepley?
Yeah.
I think Stepley is for the non-pecuniary loss. Since the case of Stepley, the court held that it is the damages for emotional suffering.
Okay, I see. we can use under section 38A to B then.
Yes.
For non-pecuniary loss, since the court in assessing damages shall take into consideration any suffering caused or likely caused by awareness that his expectation of life has been reduced due to the pain and suffering by the injury. I see.
So I think Mr. Sadiq can claim since he suffered leg fracture. And so for the last issues is in regards to the special damages. So special damages is the money that we claim to cover the medical expenses as well as the damage to the car. Since Mr. Sadiq had provided us with the medical bills as well as the receipt for the repairment of his motorcycle, I think he can claim for the special damages.
Yeah, he must provide us with the, since he provide us with the receipt, we can claim. As in the case of Sang Abu against Jenduang Nirau, the judge rejected the plaintiff's claim because they did not provide them any receipt. The receipt that Mr. Sadiq gave, we can provide it as a documentary evidence. There is a chance for us to
Claim for
claim
special
for,
damages. I
special
think
damages.
that's all for the issues. I think we can ask Mr. Sadiq to come in.
Okay, I can call Mr. Sadiq to come here.
Please have your seat, Mr. Sadiq.
Now you would like to explain to you the issues, Mr. Dad.
So based on the situation, there will be 3 issues. Where the first one is whether you can take legal action on behalf of the deceased son. So since you are the parents of the deceased son, you can claim, you can take action on behalf of your son. And since your son is 16 years old and he is a minor, he had complied with the requirement stated under the law. And for the second issues is general damages. So there's 2 types of damages, pecuniary loss as well as non-pecuniary loss. So for pecuniary loss, it's for you to claim for the loss of future earnings. Since you said before you can't work now, so you have loss of future earnings, and since you're 56 years old, you can claim the pecuniary loss for the loss of future earnings.
So how can I calculate the loss of future?
The court will use the formula of multiplier against multiplicand. So multiplier is the result of your earnings before this minus your earnings now. Since you don't have any earnings, so your multiplier is 10k, while the multiplicand is your retirement age minus with your age right now. So you said before your retirement age is 65, so and your age now is 56, so 65 minus 56 would be 9. So multiplier times multiplicand, 10k times 9 would be 90k for your loss of future earnings. So next would be the non-pecuniary loss. Since you suffered emotion and you have disability right now, you can claim for non-pecuniary loss. And last one would be special damages. Since you've provided us with your medical bill as well as the receipt for your repayment of your motorcycle, you can claim for the special damages.
So is that all? Can I ask for more?
So for this time being, that is all you can claim. However, you must it is our concern to tell you that since there is some negligence on your part where your son did not wear a helmet, so the court might not award full damages. However, we can assure you,
we can ensure that we will try our best to reach your expectations, to provide you with the necessaries. I hope our advice can give you faith on our services.
I think my chance. Please do your best.